Do you think Vancouver is too expensive?
Yeah, I do think it's pretty expensive.
Have you lived in other places in the world before Vancouver?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Australia. Cost of living back home is pretty high, but here it's extremely tough.
Is the conversation about how expensive Vancouver is, does that come up in your friend group?
Yeah, it's basically a topic of conversation because I mostly hang out with other foreigners as well, and so we both share the same ideas. If I speak to other Canadians, they almost get a little bit offended if I say, "Oh, it's a bit expensive here. It's a bit tough to kind of settle in."
Do you ever think the cost of living in Vancouver would cause you to leave Vancouver?
Definitely. I always think about going back home, but like it's an experience for me because I'm here on a working holiday visa. So, I don't want to give up too easily. So if this is the experience, part of the struggle and part of Canadian life of what most Canadians go through, then yeah, I guess it's an experience.
Based on living in Sydney versus living in Vancouver, what are the pros and cons of living in both places?
God, they're both expensive. But like here, the minimum wage is pretty low. Back home, the minimum wage is okay. You can survive. We don't really tip back home in Australia here. Like you got to tip everywhere. Although cost of living is high back home, at least I can survive.
Thank you so much for your time today.